Welcome to the digitalcheatsheet.com. I'm Hunt, and I would like to welcome you to our video review of Pathfinder. Pathfinder is a handy-dandy application from Cocoatech that is essentially a replacement for the Finder. As you can see here, here's Cocoatech's website, cocoatech.com, and their latest version of Pathfinder has both leopard and snow leopard compatibility. That being said, if you have a older version of Pathfinder, you can look into downloading it from their download page, but it looks like the future versions of Pathfinder will not support older Macs. If you ever wanted a more powerful file browser as kind of like a hybrid between the Finder and Windows Explorer, Pathfinder, I would say, is your piece of software. It's has all the power of Windows Explorer, but has all the shiny effects and common sense of the Mac OS X Finder. So here's what we're going to look at. As you can see, it's very messy, but if you want things a little bit more simple, you can. It's essentially the transforming application for your Mac. As you can see, here's the basic Finder setup. But as you saw earlier, I basically customized it to my like. I have a Dropbox up here that you can drop applications in, files, whatever you want to move from one folder to the other easily. They have a navigation, they have plenty of navigation options. As you can see, you can just go and click through all of these your different these shortcuts. Here's my National Geographics pictures. When I click it, it opens up in preview. That being said, it comes with a plethora of options, including the ability to get rid of stuff. If you don't like the sidebar, you can get rid of that. If you like to have big icons, but you don't like to have the cover flow, you can do that. You can have extremely large icons and cover flow at the same time if you desire that. It's all really based on what you like. I personally enjoy having these icons and cover flow, especially in the application folder. But if you want to, you can expand Pathfinder with these little wings right here. Here's a terminal view right here if you're a terminal junkie. I'm not so much one, so I don't use that as much. And here are these things that you can customize. By default, it has standard stuff like processes, selected file path, recent documents. You can do size. I can have information here and attributes here. If you want to get really nerdy, you can go and change it to something like hex. You can see the hex view of a document. Let's see if I can find one to test. Right here, I can see all the hex values right here. Again, it's you make it your own, essentially. Here's a little preview of a bibliography I've done recently. And I can get rid of that just by clicking that button. It's always good to look at the toolbar options for any kind of application, and as you can see, it has everything you want. Icons for the terminal, to rename files, a pathway bar, documents, link to your computer, your iDisk. It just does a lot of stuff. It's whatever you want to make it. It has a cool feature that allows you to have dual browsers and tabs if you so desire tabs. Here's a public folder that I have, and here is a shared folder that we have for the Study Guide podcast, and as you can see, you can preview files very easily. So more or less it maintains the power of the Finder with all the file viewing options, and it just allows you to make it your own. It's very fast as long as you meet the minimum requirements. I'm running 4 gigs on my Mac, and it looks like my Mighty Mouse battery is about to die. But it's a nice piece of software if you move a lot of files around, especially if you deal with Windows machines, or you're really concerned about moving your data around efficiently. This is an excellent application. I really like it, and it's the application itself is $40, and it's $20 for the upgrade price. And if you like moving basically if you need it, it's well worth the price. If you've ever wanted a Finder replacement, you can go to their website, Cocoatech.com, and download a trial for Leopard and Snow Leopard. It's a very nice application. So, rating-wise, I would give it about 4.5 out of 5. My only gripe with it is whenever you go and use Pathfinder as your default file viewer and get it to essentially replace the Finder for your day-to-day use, what will happen is if you don't go into preferences and uncheck several options like set Pathfinder's default file viewer, and under applications, and if you don't turn reset the settings to the original settings and change it from Pathfinder, what will happen is if you uninstall it, you can't change these settings without reinstalling Pathfinder. This is a minor gripe, but if you are doing the trial, just be sure to note that you need to make sure to manually change all the settings back, because the uninstaller doesn't do that properly. So, yes, it's a very excellent application, and I give it my stamp of approval. So, that being said, be sure to check out our latest reviews on the digitalcheatsheet.com/blog, and we record weekly episodes of the Study Guide podcast. They kind of come out at random times, so you're going to have to get them whenever. But I recently updated the website so that there is a new, recently updated pane so that you're able to see when latest episodes come out and latest blog posts come out. So,